Yeah, do both of those. Motion and reflection. Okay,
Hello, welcome to the Scott and I never said the Scott and Smith show then.
me and me. It's a lot of me and me.
Blooper. Yeah, it's the Scott and James. So you had a good week?
Not bad. Not bad. I'm just trying to think what I've actually done, and it's not a great deal. But been out to the park a few times and been on a few walks and stuff, so it's been quite nice. What about yourself? Have you been anywhere?
Saying that with a bit of a grin on your face. So I'm still isolating. So I've been in the garden. I've been throwing like a plastic bone for Wilson to try and keep his fitness in check. But I've done very little myself, really.
Got a new toy though, haven't you?
Um,
Yeah.
oh, the PlayStation. Yeah, I have. I got a PlayStation um, just to help fill the days up. But do you know, N64 was my go-to console, and if you had one of these, all you did was just put the cartridge in, turn it on, and then you were playing, and there wasn't anything else that you needed to do. But in all honesty, I'm struggling with this. Not only am I struggling with, it took me about an hour to set up because I had to log on to things and put passwords in and everything else. And then when I got onto the game, there was, I mean, one particular game, there was like emotions that you can do. So like wave, say hi, and all this sort of thing. And then the grip has got so many buttons on now.
You end up with the claw
The best,
when you're trying to play it. You're like,
yeah, yeah. But the only one I've managed to get to grips with is the free game that was on. Do you know the one that you get,
oh
Need for
yeah,
Speed or
is that
something?
any good?
Because the driving game, all you need to do is accelerate and brake and drift.
I've downloaded it, but I
Um,
haven't played it as yet, so I'm not sure.
yeah.
It's good.
So don't worry, you've not got a gaming channel. We were just talking about what
Probably a
we've
good job
been
as
up
well.
to.
I
Yeah,
say I've
yeah.
been getting my backside kicked at FIFA. I thought I knew how to play football, but clearly not. But anyway, yeah. So have you taken many photos this week?
Um, do you know what? I haven't taken any.
Not a single one.
I've taken I've not taken a single photograph this week because the challenge that we're doing tonight were images that I already had, and you'll see why in a few minutes. But how did you get on with yours?
Uh, running theme with me, isn't it? But it was a rush. Um, I knew, kind of like you, really. I knew that I had some um, kind of in the bag, ready to go that I'd used before, um, and thought, oh, I'll get those out and I better talk about those and everything.
Mm.
And then when it came down to it tonight, Lightroom decided that it wanted to upgrade my catalogue, so I couldn't get on them. But
Right.
I don't think we've said what we did.
Yeah. No, so what did we do?
Did a triptych, which is a series of 3 trip, 3 photos together that can either be part of the same thing or telling a story. So I've used it quite a lot for weddings when I've been doing wedding albums. 3 pictures on the same page. You could have it could be the details. It could be the veil, the back of the dress, and the shoes, or something. And I think you were a bit unsure about what it was, but I'm sure that like you've actually probably done loads, aren't you? Thinking about it.
Yeah, I have, and it's that example that you used of the wedding albums is something I've done myself, because you don't want to just randomly scatter them everywhere. You want the page that they're looking at to kind of tell where they are in the wedding day, don't you? So yeah, how can people relate this to their own photography then?
I mean, one
Do you
of the
know?
ones that sticks out for me that I did, and I wish I could have put it up on screen, but I can't get hold of it, is of my my nephew. Years ago, he was playing in the sink at my parents' house, and he was splashing, and he had all these expressions and emotions going off. So it was just like 3 portraits of him with different look on his face, but as a set of 3 pictures, they go really well together. So you can do that at home quite easily. You can do that with your phone. You can do it with your selfie camera. Just take three pictures and then use in an app. I think is there an app called Layout that lets you put multiple pictures together? I think generally for a triptych it would be 3 either horizontal or vertical pictures, not kind of different sizes. I think in the kind of original meaning of triptych, it was to do with art and painting, and the 2 on the side would be kind of portrait, and the 1 in the middle would be landscape. But I think generally you can get away with as long as it's 3 pictures in the same orientation. I think you're all right.
Yeah, and you've probably already got these in your house at the moment. You might have 3 pictures on the wall of, it could be just family that you've got, couldn't it? But you can also get canvases now where it's 1 picture, but it's in 3 segments, which I guess is what you were referring to then.
Exactly, yeah, so it's kind of the same picture but split into 3.
Yeah. So, shall we have a look at yours then? I think I went first last week, didn't I?
Yeah, I think I need to tell a bit of a story before I play the B-roll though, because otherwise it's going to be really, really random. So, if anybody spends any amount of time on YouTube, you see all these sexy product videos. You see a lot of things about everyday carry, about wallets, about knives, about flashlights, all sorts of stuff. And I'd been looking for a new wallet for a long time because literally mine was falling apart. The stitching and everything was coming out of it. So I kind of found one that I liked, reasonable price. And the thing that I liked about it is you'll see a bit of it in the video, but it's 1 piece of leather. There's no stitching. It's just 1 piece of leather. It comes flat in an envelope. You fold it up and it's got press studs on it. And you can fit a couple of cards in there, some cash, and a bit of loose change. So as I was panicking today, trying to think what to do, this is kind of what I came up with. So if we start with that in 3, 2, 1. So there we go.
So, two things. First of all, you wouldn't be able to work in a circus as a juggler.
Can't catch.
Can't catch.
Clearly.
And that was slightly reminiscent of Peter McKinnon.
Yeah, but
it reminded me of some of the things that he does with his, because he's into the wallets and knives, but it did the job. The pictures that you had there, you know, it kind of told the whole thing, didn't it?
At the end, it's literally. I wish I could get it back up on screen, but I can't at the minute, so I don't even know where I've put the pictures now. But it was the packaging, the leather kind of folded out, and then the finished thing, which to be honest looks considerably better than it does in those videos, because it's been through wash since already. Not had it a great deal of time, it's already been through washing machine. So yeah, but definitely I think it was a very tongue-in-cheek kind of thing. But you've yourself, you've seen the Peter McKinnon videos. He used to be a magician and stuff as well, so he's always making things disappear and that, and it was a bit last minute, so it was good fun.
Oh, good. Oh, it's all right. It's quite good fun, isn't it? You've obviously taken an object which you've got, which, to be honest with you, it's quite a cool looking wallet. That
it is. Do you know what?
And
I really like it. Yeah, it's one of those front pocket wallet. You don't put it in your back pocket because it's that slim. See, it's onto it.
I never put a wallet in my back pocket.
I always do. They used to do when it was bigger.
Because isn't it the risk then that it could just disappear out of your back pocket, either by falling out or by some fingers?
Well, I don't know who'd be putting their fingers in my back pocket, but yeah.
Well, if they can see that you've got some kind of leather wallet in there, or they can see.
I don't know. It's just that's one of the things that just always kind of lived in my back pocket. But no, this one's pretty cool. So I'll obviously I'll put a link in the description and all that if anybody wants to have a look.
Yeah, have a look at that. Actually, I think mine's seen better days.
Yeah, mine literally fell a bit. But there you go.
My wallet's that bad now that money just didn't want to spend any time in there. So
is that your excuse?
Yeah, it is my excuse. Yeah.
So what about you? What have you done?
So, we didn't talk about what we're going to do. We've literally just tonight seen what each other's done. So I'm in a completely different area to you, and when I think probably mine is more obvious as a story of the three pictures, and it's a very emotional video.
Is it going to make me cry?
Shall we have a look? 3, 2. So there's not going to be any bells and whistles today. This task is about putting three pictures together and creating a story. So the three pictures that I've chosen is my eldest daughter Leah, then we've got me, and then we've got my youngest, which is Penny. And the reason I've done this, and the reason why I've chosen all three pictures, is because I can't be certain, but we're roughly around the same age of all these pictures. I think I don't think I'm that far off with it. So when I think back at the picture of me, it just feels like a month ago when I was like that, fresh-faced, blonde hair, and just not a care in the world, really. And then when I think about Leah being the age she's in that picture, that just seems like yesterday, really, when I used to go play with her in the park, and when we used to have some just constant fun, really. And then there's Penny. This picture isn't far from how she is now. And she is having fun, and she is exploring new things, and when I'm with her, I will be having the same fun that I did with Leah. And the story of these three pictures is that I think we all look similar, which I know them two are girls and I'm a boy in this picture. But I think there's similarities there. But we will all grow up to have different lives. But there should still be ongoing similarities, whether it be facial, or how our personalities are, or just little quirks which you can identify with your daughters. And whilst it was a long time ago that I was that age, and not so long ago when Leah was that age, I know that it's going to come a time when I say about Penny that it doesn't seem like 2 minutes ago since she was that age. So that's my story of the pictures. The two girls that I love and would do anything for, and they're either side of me. So, did you get your tissues out then?
Quite emotional, that, wasn't it? A bit different to mine.
Yeah.
But no, it was good.
Yeah.
I think it's a perfect example of a triptych for portraiture. You've got like 3 generations almost, not 2 generations, but yeah.
Yeah, and I didn't want to just show 3 generations. I wanted to kind of. Obviously, I can't increase Penny's age, so I wanted to get a picture of us all, how we all looked at the same age, roughly. And we all got blonde hair. We're all cute, I guess. And it was quite. I guess it was a bit of a journey talking about them as well, because I remembered being that age vaguely. And then, honestly, whilst Leah's 21 now, it doesn't seem 2 minutes ago since we were messing about and doing the same things that I'm doing with Penny now. And what I was trying to get across at the end was that how quickly time goes, because whilst I'm having this fun with Penny now, I know that it's going to be not long when you think, God, I can't believe that she is at school now, or I can't believe that she left school. And I don't know if to them it seems like a long time, but you're obviously a dad. It
does.
flies by, doesn't it?
It's it's getting a bit deep this now, but it's that moment when you realise that you're saying things to your kids that your parents said to you, that you then know full well in 10, 15 years' time, your kids are probably then going to be saying it to their kids. And it filters, it does filter down that way, doesn't it? But at first, I was watching that video, I thought you was having some work done in the house because there was some dodgy guy hanging around behind you, and I actually did for a second think that it was somebody that that you had in decorating or something. It would only then he got a bit curious, didn't he? And it started getting a bit sinister.
Yeah, well, the thing is,
I was thinking that it was something like out of a Scream movie or something, that he was going to come and start like. But,
well, I realised that it was quite a deep video, and I always tried to bring out a funny side in something. So the whole thing from the other me's point of view was that he was doing his own thing, and he was kind of earwigging as to what was going on. So he decided to come in, listen to what was going on, and then at the end, which when the music started going up, it almost felt like something off of X Factor. Do you know when somebody's telling the story before they go on?
Not that I watched that.
And then when it kind of fit, well, so I've heard anyway. And then when it got to that bit, obviously he turned away in disgust, and that's where you got the thug life.
He was going to go tell his kids the same thing. He was just going to pass on the knowledge.
Yeah. Yeah, well, it's my alternative, so he's a bit of a jerk.
What were he called? What were he called? Because I remember your other videos, but I can't remember what you were called.
Oh, Mike and Trevor.
Was that from Going Live?
Yeah. No, that's Trevor and Simon. So this is kind of related to what I've just done. When Leah was 3 or 4, and we read her story in bed, she always wanted another one. So I pretended that these 4 fingers here, this is Mike and that's Trevor, and I used to get up to all sorts of things, and she still remembers it now. But Penny's the same now. She asks for Mike and Trevor, and whenever if we're in a car or something, or if we're waiting somewhere, and she's bored, all I need to do is just say Mike and Trevor's here, and then she's just amused for ages. Then
so easily entertained out. That's brilliant. I might have to.
Yeah, well, I am as well. To be honest with you, I actually enjoyed doing it myself, and then they wondered what I was up to.
So if you're ever not on time for one of these shows, then we know that you're basically sat at home playing with Mike and Trevor.
Yeah.
Tumbleweeds.
Yes, that is. Yeah. Is that what you call it?
What we're going to do next week? I think we've got a couple of options. We're going to actually put a poll out for a change, aren't we? We've got backups.
Yeah, we'll put a poll out. So one of the options that we're looking at is capturing motion. So in whatever form that is, but the picture has not only got to capture something that moves, it's actually got to capture the motion of what is moving as well, just so that we're not taking stills of anything. And what was the other one?
Reflections. So that could be a mirror, could be water, could be a window. Yeah. So we've got some options there. I don't necessarily have a preference.
Yeah.
I have no ideas for either one at the moment, which is a good thing and a bad thing. But
no, I don't. To be honest with you, I don't. I think I think either one are quite interesting, and I guess similar to tonight, it's down to your own
Exactly.
interpretation, isn't it? Because we both done the same subject tonight, but we both completely done something different with it. Um, so
So we'll have to get that out
yeah,
there this evening. Hopefully collate
hmm
the results kind of Saturday, Sunday, so that we've got at least a few days to
yeah,
think about what we're going to do and then do it. And you'll be allowed out, so
yeah,
you can go wild.
yeah. End of week, and I can leave the garden again.
That'll be good.
Um, if this is the first time you've watched us, which there's a chance
First and
that it
last.
is, I hope it's not the last. Yeah, I hope it's not the last time. But just to give us an indication as to whether you like it or not, on our individual YouTube pages, you can put a like or a dislike. Um, so if you want to let us know how things are going, either through that or if you want to make a comment. And if you are new to us, obviously don't forget to subscribe. At least you'll get notified of other
Nonsense.
um, videos that we either do together or individually, really.
We put things on Instagram quite regularly as well, I would say. So um, check out our Instagrams, which will be linked in the description below. We I think
Yeah,
I tend to post more on my stories these days because there's not a lot going on
yeah,
actual
yeah,
photography wise for me at the moment. So most of the stuff goes on the stories side of things. But check it out. Send us a message if you've got any ideas or suggestions for future things. It's always good to help us out a little bit.
yeah. That would be useful. I mean, that side of it has been a bit thin on the ground, hasn't it? We've had a fair amount of people watching the videos, but um, it's just the feedback. But no news is
Yeah,
good news,
yeah. But it's the
I
suggestions
guess.
that we need, isn't it? It's just so that
Yeah.
we can.
So we'll put a poll out on social media, and if you fancy letting us know which one you would like us to try, you can then watch how we get on with it next week.
Sounds good.
Yeah. So we've been on for 27 minutes. Are we?
I think
We
we have.
covered everything?
It's a nice amount of time.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. Well, thank you
Thank you
again
very
for
much.
watching, and we will see you
We will
next
see you
week.
next week. Bye for now.
Yeah. Bye for now.